I'm trying to be like super holly and jolly. I love Gus. He is so grumpy, he's so broody. The order did him dirty and he will not let them forget that, because I'm just like living, laughing, loving my Kindle right now. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reading red and green books to get into the Christmas mood. So the books that I'm going to be reading are not exactly Christmas books, but they are red and green to like emulate the Christmas spirit, if you will. So I am hoping to read these books to put me more in a Christmas mood, even though technically they are not Christmas books. So yeah, I don't know, but I thought that this would be fun video idea for Bookmas, and I feel like obviously red and green are Christmas colors. So I have picked out 4 books that I'm hoping to read in today's video. So we're just gonna kind of go over them. So this is my little red and green stack. I feel like it's looking more red, but this one is very much like red and green itself. So the first book that I'm going to be reading in this video is Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. And this is the 3rd book in the Blue Rebel Ranch series. I am super excited to read this book. I have been waiting for Teddy and Gus's book since I read the first one. I am literally so excited to read this one. So this is the first book that I'm going to be reading in this video. And then the other books that I have, so the first red one is Daughter of No Worlds by Krista Broadbent, and I am looking forward to reading this one in this video as well. The next green book is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and yes, I know I'm like one of the only people on the face of the planet that still has not read this book. So that will be changing in today's video. So I should be getting to this book in today's video as my green book. So I'm super excited to read this one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I will say that YA has not been doing it for me lately. I'm definitely interested to see what I am going to think about this book, but I am still excited about the premise of this book. And I read The Wishing Game not too long ago, and I feel like this book and that book kind of have similar premises, so I really enjoyed that one. So I'm hoping to like this one as well. And then for my final red book, I have a mystery thriller, and it's going to be Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And I've heard pretty good things about this one, so I'm super excited to read this one. This one has been on my radar since earlier this year when I got it from Book of the Month back in March. So I'm super excited to finally get to this one in this video. So these are the red and green books that I'm going to be reading in today's video. So hopefully this is getting you into the Christmas spirit. Obviously we are in the middle of Bookmas, and so I'm trying to literally just really dive into Christmas and the Christmas spirit. I'm trying to be like super holly and jolly. So that's what these books are going to do for me. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to be starting with Lost and Lassoed. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know that I finished my first book for the video, Lost and Lassoed. So I loved this book. I thought it was so fun. It was so fast paced. Literally read it in one sitting. Was having the time of my life, was kicking my feet and giggling. Like, I love Gus. Oh, Gus. I love Gus. And I just loved Teddy and Gus's dynamic. It was definitely like bickering at the beginning, and then it's like becomes forced proximity when Teddy agrees to help Gus with his daughter during the summer, and then like she like essentially moves in with him for part of the week, and they realize that they're not so different, and I had such a good time. I love this. I'm so excited for the next one. It's called Wild and Wrangled, which follows Cam, who is Gus's daughter's mom, and Dusty, who is like a friend of theirs. And literally the way that this ended at the epilogue, like I'm really excited for the next one. So I'm probably actually gonna go pre-order that right now so I can get it whenever it does come out. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think I'm gonna end up rating this like a 4.5 star. So that was good. It was fun, it was cute, it was quick. But yeah, so now that I'm finished with this, I'll be moving on to the next book for this video, which is going to be Daughter of No Worlds. I am going to start that probably tomorrow. It is a Sunday night, so I do have to go to work in the morning, so I am about to go to bed, but I probably will end up starting Daughter of No Worlds tomorrow. So yeah, that is my update for now, and I will talk to you guys again once I start Daughter of No World. Hello. Okay, so it has been a few days since I finished Lost and Lassoed, since I started Daughter of No Worlds, and this book is on Kindle Unlimited, so I have been reading it on my Kindle. I think I might be in a fantasy slump because for some reason this book is just not making me want to pick it up. Like, I feel like after reading the Book of Azrael, I'm having such a hard time trying to get into this book. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like the premise is good. There's things happening. I'm liking it enough. I don't know. I'm just not having any desire to want to pick it up. So I am making it my mission to finish this today. I was able to get the audiobook from my library, so I will be listening to the audiobook, and hopefully that will help me out a little bit when it comes to trying to power through this book today. But yeah, so I feel like I have the potential to really like this book. I just feel like I'm having a bit of a hard time at the moment, so that's just kind of where I'm at. I am currently I don't even know because I was listening to it. I'm about 30% in to the book, so probably around 145-ish or so pages into the book, so that's like around like 30%, like I said. But yeah, I don't know, I'm having a hard time, but I am going to sit down and actively attempt to finish this book today. I'm gonna try and see if I can read it in one sitting, so that is the goal. But yeah, that is my update for now. My camera's about to die, my battery's flashing at me, so I'm gonna go and do some more reading, and I will update you guys again a little bit later in Daughter of No Worlds. Hello. Okay, so I have come to give an update on Daughter of No Worlds. So I have been reading this today. I did take a nap earlier, but I am planning to finish this evening. So last I updated, I think I was around like 30-ish% or so, but I am now at 77%. I am currently on chapter 56, which is page 388, and I have been going back and forth between the physical book and my Kindle. Since this book is on Kindle Unlimited, I have been sitting here reading it on my Kindle, so that's how I know that I'm 77% into it. But so far I am liking it more now than I did earlier. So I feel like it has taken me a little bit of time to get used to like the storytelling. I feel like when I heard about this book, I imagined it to be more of like a fast burn, more action-packed, more just like go from the jump, and this is definitely not like that. It is a bit of a slow burn in pretty much every aspect. Like, even when you think about the story arc, like, yes, it is a bit of like a slower kind of story arc, but there are things that are going on, and I feel like everything that has happened has a purpose. And even if it doesn't seem very significant now, I feel like later on down the line in the rest of the series, I feel like the things that were set up in this book will make more sense. So I'm really enjoying this a lot more than I was previously. I do definitely see myself continuing on with this series, especially if the ending is going to be something that's going to be like a major plot twist, something that I don't expect or something that I'm not thinking is going to happen. So I'm definitely interested to see. This is my first Carissa Broadbent book, so I don't know if she is one to typically leave her books on cliffhangers, but I'm getting the feeling that she might. So I definitely will probably end up ordering the next book once I'm finished with this one. But I am enjoying my time reading this so far. I am liking Tasana. I feel like she was kind of getting on my nerves a little bit at the beginning. Like, I feel like she is a very like one track mind, which I feel like when it comes to like main female characters in fantasy, sometimes when they have too much of a one-track mind, I feel like it kind of takes me out of the story and it makes me not really like the main female character. But I feel like Tasana is growing on me the more that I read, and I feel like a lot of the things that have happened to her have been so just like tragic. And even now that she is with the Order, I just feel like they are still doing her dirty. Like, I feel like in reality, Max is the only one that really has Tasana's back, and I love Max. He is so grumpy, he's so broody. The Order did him dirty and he will not let them forget that, and I love that about him. And I do like that he is trying to protect Tasana in his kind of way, and like the only way that he can without like essentially going back on his blood pact. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like this was one that definitely needed to kind of grow on me a little bit. And like I mentioned, I feel like I have been kind of in like a fantasy slump. Like, I have been trying, like I was out of my fantasy slump and then I feel like I was thrown back into it. So maybe this will be the one to cure it. But I am enjoying this book. I don't know what I'm going to rate this. It doesn't feel like a 5-star book to me right now, but you never know, things could change. I still have I don't know, like 150 or so pages left. 100 and yeah, maybe around like 150, maybe a little bit less pages in this book left. So it's possible that it could be a 5-star, but right now it's not really feeling like a 5-star. I feel like it's feeling more kind of like a 4 maybe, I don't know. But I'll obviously give you guys my official rating once I've completed the book, and we'll obviously let you guys know at the end. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna get back. I should be done with this according to my Kindle in the next hour and 33 minutes. So I'll probably update you guys then once I'm finished, and then we will be moving on to the third book in this video, and I'm gonna see if I can possibly read that book in one sitting tonight, depending on what time I finish, because it is currently 5:15 right now. So if I can finish this within the next hour, then I think I could probably read the third book for this video tonight as well. So yeah, but that is my update for now on how I'm liking Daughter of No World. I will more than likely talk to you guys again once I am officially finished with this book and have my final ratings. So I just finished Daughter of No Worlds, and I am a little torn on my rating. I feel like I'm stuck between like a 3.75 and a 4-star for this book, because I enjoyed it, but I felt like it was, I don't know, like it was good and I liked the story, but I found it a little bit hard to get through myself. I don't know, but I do want to continue on with the series, so I did order the next one and it should be here on Thursday. but I don't know. I feel like I might go with a 3.75 on this one. I don't know. I'll put it in when I decide on my rating, but I feel like 3.75 is a solid rating for this book. I feel like this book did a really good job of setting up the world. I feel like this romance in here was a really good start of a setup for that, because this is definitely a slow burn. There was like a little bit of spice at the end, like one spicy scene, I guess. Like, I don't know, I would give this like 1 chili pepper probably, if I had to rate the spice in it. But as far as like the world building, I feel like the world building was pretty good. I feel like the plot itself, like the overarching plot, was pretty good. I'm excited to see where it goes in the future. I'm happy with the way that it concluded. I'm definitely interested to know what Zareth is like getting up to, what his whole plan and situation and things are. And I'm also too definitely interested to know what exactly happened with Riche. Like, I'm super interested in that. I feel like that whole plot point of Riche, I feel like that is what really got me into the story, and I feel like if that would not have happened, I feel like I might not have liked this book as much as I did end up liking it. But I'm happy to have read this. I will be continuing on with the series, and yeah, so 3.75 to this one. I feel like it was a strong start to a series, and I definitely can see me liking the next books in the series a little bit more. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Daughter of No World. This is my first read book for this video, so now I will be moving on to the next book, which is going to be the second green book that I'm going to be reading in this video, which is going to be The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So this is on Kindle Unlimited, so I did download the ebook as well to my Kindle, so I can read this while I'm in bed a little bit later. But it is almost 7:30, so I am going to sit here and read this for a little while. I feel like this might not take me too long. It seems like it's not like too terribly long. It's under 400 pages, and I feel like the font is kind of large, so I feel like it might not take too terribly long to read. Plus, I've heard that this book is like super easy to read. It's super fast paced, and that Jennifer Lynn Barnes has like a writing style that's like super easy to comprehend. And so yeah, I'm super interested in reading this. I hope that I'm gonna like it. YA has not really been hitting for me lately, so I'm interested to see if I'm going to like this book or not. But with that being said, I am going to start reading this book now. I will update again probably around the halfway mark maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start this. It looks like the chapters are pretty short, so that'll be nice as well. But yeah, so that's my update for now. I'm gonna start the Inheritance Games, and I will talk to you guys again around the 50% mark. Hello. Okay, so I have been reading The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So I did actually switch to my Kindle instead of the physical version, because I'm just like living, laughing, loving my Kindle right now, if you will. So I have been reading on my Kindle instead of holding the physical book. Am I lazy? It's possible. I don't know, but I'm currently on chapter 30, which in the physical book would be page 122. I've been reading for like the last hour or so, but that's about 31% into the book, and so far I'm enjoying it. I feel like the writing is going pretty quickly. I feel like the book itself is going pretty quickly. I am about to get ready for bed. Hold on, let me let Navy out real quick. So it's currently 9 o'clock, so I think I'm about to get ready to go to bed. I'm probably about to go get in the shower real quick, and I'm gonna keep reading The Inheritance Games until I fall asleep tonight, I think. But so far I'm enjoying it. It is going quicker than anticipated, but I feel like so far the story isn't what I was thinking. I thought it was going to be more of like a Knives Out type situation where she inherits the estate, and then once she gets there and she lives in this house, they're like essentially playing these games to try and like get the inheritance like to the next person, if that makes sense. Like obviously nobody's like dying or anything, but like they're essentially like playing a game to try and see who can win the money, if that makes sense. I don't know, but apparently that's not really what is going on. Like obviously it says like let the games begin, but I feel like that's not really exactly what's happening. Like Avery has won, well, Avery has been granted the inheritance and now she just has to live in this house for the next year. But there are like riddles and puzzles and things going on, but it's not to win the inheritance. Like the inheritance has already been like divvied out essentially, which I guess was my misunderstanding of what was going on in this book. And maybe I am only 30% in, so maybe it's possible that it could be more about other people like gaining the inheritance and like her not getting pretty much the whole thing, if you will. So I don't know, but I am liking it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a fun time. It's a very quick read. I've read about, yeah, like 120 or so pages in the last like hour and 15 minutes or so that I've been reading this. But I do see myself getting a little bit further tonight before going to bed. Like I mentioned, I think I'm about to go get ready for bed right when Navy comes inside from being outside, and then just reading for the rest of the night. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this tonight. I probably won't. I think I'll probably just read a little bit more and then end up going to bed and then finishing this tomorrow. And then I think if I finish this tomorrow, I think I can also finish the final book for this video, which I feel like this book is going so quick. Like I'm enjoying it. So I'm definitely interested to see what my thoughts are going to be on the next one and if I'm planning to continue the series, which I did look on Amazon for the second book and it's like $6 on Amazon, and then I had like a $2 coupon for the second book. So the second book is only gonna be like $4. So of course I ordered it for $4. So I probably will actually end up continuing the series. These books are on Kindle Unlimited as well. I think the whole series is on Kindle Unlimited. So if you're interested in checking this out, it's on Kindle Unlimited. But that's Navy barking at the door. I'm gonna let him back in. I'm gonna go get ready for bed, and I will talk to you guys again a little bit later. Okay, so I just finished The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I feel like I enjoyed this. I think I would probably end up rating it like 3.75 star. I wasn't really shocked by the twists at the end or like anything like that, but I feel like this was a fun book. I'm definitely interested in continuing on the series. I did order the second book because I do want to continue the series, plus it was like super cheap anyway, but mainly I want to continue the stories. I didn't just buy it because it's super cheap, obviously, but I enjoyed this. I felt like it was fun. I feel like it was a good time. It wasn't giving YA necessarily. Like obviously they're in high school and like they're going to school and like she's 16 and like whatever. So it was giving YA, but like it wasn't at the same time, because anytime they weren't really in high school, they were just like around the house like trying to solve these like riddles and things. But the premise was a little bit different than I had originally thought, like I had mentioned earlier in the video, but I'm not mad about it. Like I still enjoyed the premise and enjoyed my time reading this. Everyone was saying that there's like a love triangle in this, and like I can kind of see it, but I'm not really rooting for either one of the main guys, like that the love triangle is between. Like I'm not rooting for either one. So yeah, I don't know, but obviously whoever she ends up with, she ends up with. Like at this point I don't have any stake in it, so I'm not gonna be upset if she doesn't pick who I think that she should pick or vice versa. So I don't know, but I am definitely interested to see where things go in the later books in the series. But 3.75 stars to this, I feel like that's a pretty solid rating for this book, and I am happy to have read this and no longer be the last person on earth who has never read this book. So love that for me. now that I'm done with that book, I will be moving on to the final book for this video, as well as the final read book, and that is going to be Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And this is a mystery thriller. I'm so excited to read this book. I've heard so many good things about this book, and so I'm definitely interested to see if I'm going to like it. So I know that we are following this girl whose best friend has been murdered, and I think they think that she did it. And I think there's like a podcast or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I read the synopsis, but I do like to go into my mysteries pretty much blind. So it's a good thing that I don't remember exactly what the synopsis said. So I'm about to start this right now. And yeah, I feel like this probably won't take me too terribly long to read. It's like right over 300 pages. So I feel like this will be a pretty quick read. So I'm excited to dive into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started reading this, and I will update you guys probably around the halfway mark. So I'm here for an update on Listen for the Lie. So I am on chapter 23, which is page 158. So I'm about at that halfway mark, and so far I'm enjoying this. So basically we are following Lucy, and her best friend has been murdered, and everyone thinks that she did it because she cannot remember the night that it happened. And I am firmly on I don't think Lucy did it train. So yeah, I don't know. I also can never really predict these kinds of things. Like every once in a while, like I'll have a thought and I'll be like, oh, maybe this person did it, but I'm never super amazing at guessing who the killer is or what like actually happened. But I feel like I'm interested in this book. I'm interested to see who actually killed Savvy. But as far as like the writing, I feel like it's written pretty much like every whodunit kind of story. I don't know, I feel like the writing in most mystery thrillers are pretty similar. Like I don't really feel like there's anything in this one that's like standing out versus any other ones that I have read. If anything, I feel like it would be like the plot twist, but I feel like there are a lot of things that are happening that I feel like are just like standard. So I'm not overly invested, but I don't not care about what's going on. So like I want to know what's gonna happen, but I don't know. I'm not actively trying to be like, oh, I think it's this person, I think it's this person, I think it's this person, like, right? So I don't know, but I'm having a time reading it so far. Like I mentioned, I'm about halfway through. I don't have any theories on who did what. We did just have a reveal about Lucy and her ex-husband, so I'm definitely interested to see how that is going to play into who actually killed Savvy, or like what happened that night, because it's possible that she might not have even been like murdered. It could have just been like an accident type situation. So I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. I feel like I could probably be done with this maybe in the next like hour or two, maybe, because I feel like it's reading very quickly. The chapters are so short, which I'm really liking. I love when books have short chapters, and these are like a page and a half long chapters, which you're never gonna hear me complain about. So yeah, I think I'm about to finish this right now, and yeah, so I'll probably be finished, like I mentioned, probably in the next like hour or two. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to reading. And so far I feel like this book isn't like super standout, but I'm definitely interested to see where it's gonna go at the end, because the ending could just absolutely floor me, and I could be like, this is the best mystery thriller I've ever read. And I've heard really good things about this, so I'm definitely interested to see what the ending is gonna be. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, keep reading this, and I'll update you guys again once I finish Listen for the Lie. Okay, so I just finished Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera, and I think I'm gonna end up giving this book like 3.5 stars. I feel like 3.5 is a good rating for this book. I feel like this book was very hyped up, and I mean, it was good, but I mean, it was like also is just fine. Like, I didn't find myself on the edge of my seat waiting to know who did it. Like, I thought it was just fine. Like, I enjoyed the storyline, I enjoyed like the podcast aspect, but I feel like it was really just giving Things We Do in the Dark, and I loved that book. I give that book 5 stars. But this one, I just feel like, I don't know, it felt very like generic mystery thriller. Like, it felt done before. I don't know, but I wasn't expecting who the killer was. I wasn't expecting that. The whole like her relationship with Ben, that was, I feel like, very just predictable. I don't know. I feel like 3.5 stars is a good rating for this book. I feel like this is perfect if you're just getting into the genre. If you're new to mystery thrillers, I feel like this is the perfect place to start. And I definitely would recommend this if you're just looking for a quick, fun, fast-paced mystery thriller and you don't want anything too serious or nothing too scary or anything like that. I would definitely recommend this one. So yeah, let me go let Navy out real quick. Okay, but now that I'm officially finished with Listen for the Lie, that means that I have finished the last book that I needed to read in today's video. So I ended up reading 4 books in this video. I read Lost and Lassoed, which I gave 4.5 stars. I read Daughter of No Worlds, which I gave 3.75 stars. I read The Inheritance Games, which I gave 3.75 stars, and Listen for the Lie, which I gave 3.5 stars. So I feel like overall this video was a success. I feel like I'm definitely more in the Christmas spirit and the Christmas mood by reading red and green books. So yeah, that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave the headphones emoji for the most recent book that I read in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.